It's been too long. Should we consider a goodbye for Ted Lasso? With Season 3 happening in May 2023, the one and only thing that fans are waiting for is Season 4, the return of Emmy award-winning production. And Ted Lasso is not yet ready to say goodbye, it seems. Those who are unfamiliar with Ted Lasso is a sports comedy drama centered around the main character Ted Lasso. This television series was developed by Sudeikis, Bill Lawrence, Brendan Hunt, and Joe Kelly. The character of Ted Lasso was played by Jason Sudeikis. Ted Lasso became one of the favorite characters of movie enthusiasts because of his unique blend of humor, heart, and sports. The story starts when Ted Lasso, an American soccer coach, is sent to coach a British football team, AFC Richmond. What is more interesting is that Ted doesn't really have any experience with coaching a football team. That sounds pretty uncanny, right? With unshakable enthusiasm and positivity, he rises to the challenges that come his way. Little known to him, there are people within the club who don't want him to succeed in his mission. The series lasts 3 seasons, and it ends with the return of Ted Lasso to America after winning the hearts of the AFC Richmond team and his fellow colleagues. Season 1, with 10 episodes, very much began as a fish out of water tale as American college soccer coach Ted Lasso went to coach Britain's Premier League football team, AFC Richmond. His lack of soccer knowledge was covered by his kindness and energetic personality as he worked on improving the team both physically and morally. At first, Rebecca Welton, the Richmond's owner, hired Ted Lasso to fail the team and get back at her ex-husband, the former owner. But as the season progressed, her respect for Ted increased exponentially. A surprising loss to Manchester City knocked the AFC Richmond team left their division, and Ted made up his mind to offer a resignation letter to Rebecca, who did not accept it. The 12-episode Season 2 of Ted Lasso followed the team as they tried to make their way back into the Premier League through hard work and tolerance towards each other. The plot becomes intense when Dani Rojas, played by Cristo Fernandez, accidentally kills the team's mascot with an ill-aimed penalty kick during the game. New assistant coach Nathan, played by Nick Mohammed, could be nicer to Will Hiscock's Charlie, the person who took over his old job as equipment manager. Retired player Roy, depicted by Brett Goldstein, was coaching his niece's Pee-wee football team in her school. To help them out, Sarah Niles was cast as Dr. Sharon Fieldstone, a sports psychologist who helps the team let go of the events of Season 1 and their personal struggles and help them find themselves again. Over the rest of the season, we watched the connection between Keely and Rebecca continue to develop. At a crossroads after a career-ending injury in the final game of last season, Roy tries on many hats as he searches for the next step in his career before landing on Richmond's newest coach. In Season 2, romance blossomed between Rebecca and Sam after the two connected on Banter, a new dating app. By season's end, AFC Richmond was promoted back up to the Premier League, where they'll have to face West Ham United, now owned by Rebecca's ex-husband Rupert Mannion and its new coach, Nate, who left Richmond. In Season 3, we saw the rise of relations between the characters and their vulnerabilities. The transformation of relation between Roy and Jamie was heartwarming. Season 3 witnessed forgiveness, kindness, victory, and friendship. The season ended with Ted happily returning to his son in America. Due to the widespread praise and several Emmy nominations and wins throughout its existence, the series has undoubtedly become one of the most popular series on Apple TV. Thus, the fans wonder whether Ted Lasso Season 4 will return, but another group is worried that this may be the last season. So, is it happening? There is no such official declaration from Apple TV Plus that there will be a Season 4 for Ted Lasso. Several cast members, including the co-creator and Jason Sudeikis, who plays Ted Lasso, the main character of the series, have come out and said that Season 3 is the end. Jason Sudeikis, in a talk with a Deadline in September 22, said, "Ted Lasso Season 3 is the end of this story we wanted to tell." Sudeikis added, "The fact that folks will want more and are curious beyond more than what they don't even know yet, that being Season 3, it's flattering. Maybe by May 31, once all 12 episodes of the season, they're like, man, you know what? We get it. We're fine. We don't need any more. We got it." From his words, it's pretty clear that another season led by Ted Lasso will be a rare possibility, but this statement actually points towards a spin-off starring any other character or a group of characters from the Ted Lasso series. Nick Mohammed, who played the role of Nathan Shilley, the rival of Ted Lasso in season 3 beginning in the series, dropped a major hint in November 2023 by posting a behind-the-scenes photo on X, which was formerly known as Twitter, which may have been unintentional or intentional. The image was him standing next to a camera while filming season 3 of the Ted Lasso series, but as he seemingly inferred in his caption, there may be hope just yet for new episodes arriving. Series enthusiasts and Ted fans are still reeling over it. The word final season was never mentioned in the promo for season 3, thus the possibility of a season 4 seems likely. That has to be confirmed by the stakeholders like Apple. But let's get ready for an exciting roller coaster. Since the fans are already speculating on the possibility of a season 4, what is the potential sequel? Before the release of season 3, there were talks about possible spin-offs. The possibility of spin-off deepened after Jason Sudeikis' talk at Deadline, where he completely rejected a possible season 4 for Ted Lasso. Which character will get a spin-off first? Fans of social media have different opinions for a spin-off show. Roy Kent is a top contender, followed by Keely Jones and Rebecca Welton. Don't you think there is a possibility for a spin-off where Rebecca and Keely start a women's Premier League team at Richmond and beat out all the Super League teams? That can bring a completely different aspect to the franchise. Actress Juno Temple, who played the character of Keely, expressed her interest in such a spin-off when she was given an interview for Deadline. I think it would be amazing to see how they would continue to do wonderful things together, and also how that then would bleed out into other women passing that on to other women, she said with so much enthusiasm. Another potential sequel could keep the focus on the AFC Richmond team, but it wouldn't be much about Ted Lasso anymore since Roy Kent became manager at the end of the series, and Ted returned to America to spend his time with his son and to train his son's soccer team. The story would revolve around Roy Kent and the next generation of AFC Richmond and the challenges that they will have to face. They'll need to work hard to meet the expectations set by Ted and his ambitious team. The season 3 finale shows Ted returning to America after a great win against AFC Raymond in the Premier League to coach his son's soccer team. So, a potential sequel could be centered around his son Henry's journey to become a soccer player. There is a possibility of the development of heartwarming father-son relationship. Ted's trying on his mental health and counseling can also be part of the sequel, which will have an emotional emphasis because the divorce between Ted and his partner Michelle had a major screen role. So it is likely that Ted's personal life will continue to be explored in a 4th season. The possibility of introducing new characters to the series cannot be ignored, as the series already has introduced characters like Keely Jones and Sam Obusanya, who then became an integral part of the drama from there on. The acceptance of a spin-off among the Ted Lasso fans is uncertain. You may ask when season 4 will come out. That's a very good question. Apple TV Plus is not in a rush to proceed with the series, especially bigger titles like Ted Lasso that seem to do well in the market and among the audience on their own timing. Each season takes time, and that is the essence of enjoying a movie to its fullest. One thing can be said undoubtedly, that it's always worth the wait. So that's all for today. Let's keep our fingers crossed for this. What are your expectations for Ted Lasso Season 4, which is yet to be announced? Do comment. Don't forget to like and share the video, and subscribe for more videos.